from the many sojourns. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Jude.
Good morning.
Good morning, Jude.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Good to be here once again.
Yes, the rains are set to abate. Hopefully, we'll see the very famous Obakri granite, the Wezina granite. I haven't had it yet.
I have some at home that was sent to me 2 days ago.
My man. You see why he's a man of the spirit?
No, hold on. The one I have at home was sent to me 2 days ago. It was sent to me, not you.
It's all right.
Now you're here. Now you're talking about it. I'm going to send 4.
It's okay.
It's no. It's called Okpekere Wezina. Can you say that?
Yes, Okpekere Wezina.
That's all. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah. I'm going to order some for you.
Okay. All right. Now, let us get into it this morning. Now, recently, Mr. China had an experience, and our conversation this morning is about lateness in Nigeria. My question is, how can this late coming be combated? Now, we see this every day in our society. So much so, when I was in university, when we were preparing for examination, there was a cue one of my friends, had that a lot of us imitated. He set his watch and his alarm clock 10 minutes ahead of everybody else's. So when you hear his alarm and it's like, oh, he's running late, and if it's 10 o'clock on his watch, on his wristwatch, it's 10:10 everywhere else, or 10:50 everywhere else. He did this so that he could get early. Those days, some of you remember Uniport, we would like to get our front seat at Ofrima or MBA 1, any of the classes, MBA 1 or MBA 2. So that's what he did, and some of us copied it. But many of you don't keep the time. Mr. China, you had an experience recently.
I have lots of experiences. Lots of experiences. There was one funny one I had. A friend of mine called me and said, look, my traditional wedding ceremony comes up in 2 weeks' time. Will you be there? I said, I'll be there. What time? He said, 12 o'clock. And I said, it's traditional. Will 12 be 12? He said, yeah. I said, no, it's okay if we start by 2. Just let me know. He said 12. On the day of the event, he called me at 10 a.m. He said, I hope you're still coming. I said, yes, I'm about to take my bath. You said 12. I did 1 hour to get up from Choba. I'll be there on time. And lo and behold, I got there at 11:45. There was not a soul in the premises.
Not a soul.
No canopy, no DJ system, not a soul. I thought I had the wrong place. So I called the same fellow. I hope he's listening. So I called the same fellow. I said, listen, this is the address you gave me. Am I in the right place? He said yes. Then he went, you don't reach?
That was his response.
Yes, I said yes. He said, me, I never bath here too. The man getting married. So, needless to say, I'd given myself 2 hours with them. I left at 2 p.m. They had not started. And they call it Nigerian time.
Oh, so now, for the sake of this conversation, I did go online, and there have been studies about this phenomenon called the African man time, or in particular, the Nigerian time. Now, obviously, as the saying goes, if you're in Ghana, you also hear the same thing, Ghanaian time. So everybody just says the African time. But even the Africans, apparently, from the studies I have read, recognize that the Nigerian time is unique in all ramifications. It is unique in all ramifications. Now, some say that it underscores a more serious problem and that more conversations should be had. Now, he said, I have stopped doing any form of party. This is a doctor now, Dr. Durobie Agwocha. He says, I've stopped doing any party of any type at my home. On his 50th birthday, he invited some of his Nigerian friends to the party. He anticipated that the party would end at about midnight. However, 2 a.m. in the morning, guests were arriving. This is not in Nigeria. This is in the United States.
But Nigerian guests.
But they were Nigerian guests.
Yeah.
And now, the next day, his neighbors complained about the unusual late night disturbances. African time, as they called it, was objectionable, and that's created a very serious problem in his circle. So now he doesn't have parties any longer. Why is it so? Now, some say that, it's because of our productivity, that we used to work with ranges before the advent of time. So the man in the villages will know that about this time, we'll go and fetch fish. So there was no specificity. he claims that maybe that's one of the things that has been passed down from generation to generation. I don't agree with this, but once again, it's a study that is being done, right? It's been very well established. So, but the question is, in modern Nigeria, we all have either our smartwatches, our regular watches, or our mobile phones.
Yeah.
What in all of good heavens is the challenge with actually keeping to time, particularly when it comes to events? I noticed there are two things. Please, if you fall into this category, I'm not attacking you. However, I noticed that there are two interesting categories where people usually keep to time. A, when they are going to collect money. When the boss says we are going to pay salaries on so and so day, the federal government parcels, for example, are usually full between the 21st and the 26th of every month. You would always find staff members at their duty post between those 3 or 4 days. And then, very worrying, when a girl tells a guy, come over at 7 o'clock and come and meet me in my house, they are never, ever, ever, ever late.
And that's why I disagree with the study you mentioned. If it's about how we operated before the advent of, not time, wristwatches. Yeah. How come we're early to collect money? How come we're early when the girl says, I'm alone at home? Come at 7 p.m.
Why?
We are there at 6:45.
Why? Why are some of you like that? It's a mystery to me. I don't get it.
I think we're just lazy, nonchalant, non-serious. That's what I think it is. Because if you think it's serious business, now, why are you here on time? Because if your mic does not open at...
There's a query.
They have repercussions. Now, tell you a story. Many years back, in the late 90s, my pastor then, God rest his soul, Harmony Ibe, we had a program in church after service on Sunday. It was a 2 hours program, 5 to 7 p.m. And he kept on announcing it for weeks and says, look, let's come. It's a light program. We'll just do opening prayer, do some praise and worship. I'll share a short message and we'll eat. That's all. Opening prayer, praise and worship, short message and we'll eat. He kept on ringing it in church. 5 p.m., 5 p.m., 5 p.m. We are there at 5 p.m. We did short opening prayer. We did praise and worship. We did short prayer. And we started eating. Empty church. Then sometime about 5:45 in the heat of the food, who said, coming to church.
Come to church.
They came and they ate and they went back home. He said nothing. We shared the grace and left. The next year of the program, he was announcing, please, 5 p.m., don't behave like last year, 5 p.m., 5 p.m. Now, I was early. At 5 p.m., no opening prayer. One pastor said, yes. Let's eat first. Prayer, praise and worship. And when they were coming in, the latecomers, they came and made praise and worship. And we were like wondering. By the time they entered the church, they now saw the church was littered with rice. And when he took his mic for the short message, he said, I caught you. You always want to come late. But the thing you are coming for, we've done it already. So people always want a motivation that is selfish to themselves. Why am I going there? What does it stand to gain? And because we all know that Nigerian, we are going to come late regardless. Why do I come early? I was at an event on Sunday, what I complained about. 3 p.m. I left house at 2. I was there at 10 minutes to 3. They are still cleaning chairs.
At the event?
At the event, they are still cleaning chairs. And I was like saying, listen, if it's just 4 people there, let's start at 3 p.m. When you come late and you miss the event, you don't come late next time. But you know the thing, the guests of honor came 1 hour late.
Now, this goes even beyond, our civil, activities, weddings, celebrations and commemorations and whatnot. Even in the entertainment industry, Nigerians have also been caught wanting. A few years ago, Burna Boy, Wizkid, and the co all had events in Lagos that did not start when they were scheduled to start. Did not start. In fact, in the case of Burna Boy, it started the following day in the morning. So people were in Lagos, were at the venue of that particular event. They were there as early as 6 o'clock. People came at 5 to beat the Lagos traffic. Those people had to wait for nearly 7 hours before they could see their superstar. And he's not the only one. At event centers in Lagos and other parts of the country, it has been recorded that when China is meant to come, example, hypothetically speaking, right? The billboard states China will be here at 7 p.m. China doesn't show up until midnight. People are waiting. Some people are frustrated. Some people are scared because, hey, we planned our day based off of the schedule that you have set. So if I can't see China between 7 and 10 o'clock, I have to go home. My house is far. I don't have a Range Rover. I don't have a boyfriend who is in one of the big cults in or the gangs in Port Harcourt. I don't want to risk my life. And so they end up paying for services that they don't get. Some people go to weddings, end up in churches where during the ceremony, the church starts all over again. There's a delay and all of that. Yet, nobody gets, well, I won't say nobody. It seems as though we haven't learned our lesson.
We haven't, because how do we explain it away? And a Nigerian time now. You said why you come early. Well, I get that every time.
China. Remember, the report says there's African time
and there's Nigerian
time. Nigerian time is special above all times. We have not explained it away, or rather, we explained it away according to China. After this break, we'll open the phone lines. Hopefully, you will not be late to this conversation. We have giveaways.
For more talk.
our conversation, and you are now joining us in it. You can use the numbers 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0002. All right, and then send us a message. The number to send us a message to is 0809-030-6416, 0809-030-6416. At Nigeriainfo PH, at Nigeriainfo PH is where you find us on Facebook and on X. And if you just joined us, you were late. Where were you? We started this conversation about 20-something minutes ago. Yes, you are one of those who believe what? In the Nigerian time.
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeriainfo FM. Nigeriainfo, let's talk.
With Jude on 92.3 Nigeriainfo.
All right, so we still have our local DBA here with us, China Achero. China, good morning once again.
Good morning once again.
All right, so we're going straight to WhatsApp now. Jude, good morning. I can say for the past 15 years or more, I have never attended any occasion late. I told myself I must keep the time, so that those who know me can attest to this. And in our parish, time is key. We start our service on time. Once I get there, that's cool. All right, cool. Thank you very much. So yes, I think it would be erroneous of us if we say all Nigerians don't keep the time. But the very registered and documented late coming across board cannot be a lie. So how come we have people who do try to keep the time, like you and Ku, for example, but then events generally don't start on time?
Listen, it's frustrating. I remember sometime 2 years back, I got into one of those events. I went there on time and it didn't start till 2 hours later. And I did a short video of the hall, empty hall. I put it on social media. And I said, it's time I behave like every other person and actually come late to keep my peace, to keep my sanity. And someone, Moses Praise, works in Super Sport, he said, no, keep doing what you're doing. Because I was ready to give up. Because I didn't understand why you're invited for an event at noon.
You get there before noon.
And it doesn't start until 2 o'clock or 2:30. So yes, there are those of us that want to be there on time, right? You know, and it's frustrating when it happens over and over again. Now, is there a solution in sight?
That's the big question we are trying to find out.
Yeah,
today.
really. I mean, how can there be when we explain it away and say, you know it's not Nigerian time. For sometimes people even mock me and say, Mr. Timekeeper, you don't come again.
Now you want to open the place.
Exactly. You know, so people, but why will you even go early?
I heard that before. Why? I don't
so you saw 12 and I went by 12. So why did they tell me 12 o'clock if I shouldn't go by 12? So that shows the mentality of the people. We have resigned ourselves to
late coming. Except when we're going to collect salary.
Yeah.
And when Miriam, good morning. Welcome, please.
Thank you, Jude. Good morning.
Good morning. We have Zion standing by, but let's hear from you first, please.
Jude, when you talk about time, I will just remember the video. You know, during the past Grammys, and when him and his team went there, I learned that they were even helping the crew, as in those that were supposed to arrange chairs, and people were even laughing. And it is just now that I now said, okay, David is a Nigerian and most of his crew are Nigerians.
Nigerians, yeah.
And yet they went early. Was it that they went earlier than the specified time? Or they went at the same time or late? And this, even with abroad, they were still doing things late. So it's not just a Nigerian factor. Good. For me, I think time is about priority. What you set, what you give priority to, what is very important to you. Trust me, Jude, you will give time. In fact, you will be dead before the time. Some persons will ask me, what about students that go to lectures and late?
Yeah.
And they don't care about them. So trust me, Jude, they know that whether they go to the lecture hall or not, whether they go late or not, they will pass, by any means, or one means or the other. So I think it's about priority. What you give importance to, you will even sleep. You will just wait and be looking at time. Before 5 o'clock, if they say 9 o'clock, 5 o'clock is dated. You in fact, you're there before by 8, you're there at most. So time is about priority. What is important to you, you give time to. Thank you, Joe.
All right, thank you very much. Zion, how can we combat this Nigerian time? In the whole of Africa, only Nigerian time is legendary.
One, I think because the organizers of the program themselves are not sincere with themselves.
They're not sincere.
And that alone has to do with the quality of people that surrounds them. If they value you, they will come on time. In my church, if it is 6 o'clock, the mass starts. Even if now one person, mass continue, don't wait for people. But you know that in some occasions, even the organizers will say, sorry, let's wait for those who are coming. So you that came early now, what is your reward?
That's a good point.
That happens.
That does happen.
You are paying the price of those who will be coming late. So the next time such people invite you again, you say, no be me go open the church or no be open the venue. Recently, my company had a training. We all lodged in the same hotel. It's here in Port Harcourt, not far away. And guess what? They gave a time for the meeting. The seminar started by 7 as early. It were only 5 of us that went there earlier. Do you know what? The organizers gave us 200K as a voucher to go and buy in one of these big supermarkets, in the flags and so on. The first 5, and the lecture started. Others came in, and they asked them to go back. And they now told them, yes, so go back or stay outside. So you now get the information that, look, the first 5 that came in, this was their reward. The next day, guess what? 6 o'clock here, I don't jump. Mrs. Zion.
Well, 200,000 naira in this day and age, you know. Yeah, you can imagine the amount of noodles and the amount of pasta and the yam and gari you buy. That's it. That's enough motivation. But let's be first, China. Not every company, not every event is going to be motivating people like that to come to their. So what do we need to do then? This works probably in that organization, but
I think what we need to do is actually start events on time, even if there's just one person in the hall. But again, there are events that I've been to a movie premiere before. Now, the first caller, the lady said, it's what's of priority to you.
Yeah.
So when you invite people for a movie premiere, it's not a priority to us and we come late. What about when you, the organizers, don't come on time?
Yeah,
it's your own premiere, not priority to you. So, you can say start on time. But in some cases, even the organizers are not ready on time.
Victor, speaking to us from Mile 3, welcome, please.
Good morning, Jude.
Good morning. Our DBA is in the house. You want to rub his baby?
Exactly. Let me just tell you a short story. My sister fixed the wedding, and the timing was 9 a.m. Reception to follow by 11, and by 12 we should be done. Jude, I came all the way from Uyo to attend that wedding, and I arrived by 11, attended the reception. Do you know that is when my yard and compound people, by 1 p.m., that was when they were preparing to come for the wedding.
They were preparing.
And then I'm already at home. I was just looking at them. They were asking me, are you not attending your sister's wedding? I said, no problem, that I'm already done. They were shocked to their bone marrow. What is the moral lesson? When you organize a program with the intention of making money, so you are waiting for an Odogu, so when Odogu is not available, you cannot start. But when you organize a program and you believe that this program, I am not here to make profit. So whoever Odogu comes, Odogu didn't come, I am going to run my program. So you won't bother to wait for anybody. If we begin, the organizers ourselves begin to keep the time, attendees must turn up. But because we've already taken most of our programs to be profit-oriented programs, so if Odogu doesn't come, we can't start it. So let us lead by example.
Yeah. Oh, all right, Victor. Thank you very much. Yeah, no, this narrative of Odogu, I think
another angle.
Yes.
If it's a function that is a fundraiser,
yes,
right, you cannot start unless
the chief,
those you are waiting for, have arrived. And again, for the Odogu now, right, the Odogu don't want to come early because they already believe in Nigerian time, and it's not good for Odogu to come and he's the only one in the hall. So sometimes I've been to events where, somebody's telling me, somebody's calling and say, my August make I find out whether people don't come. So he can leave his house. Because they feel, why should I be there early and wait for people? So when you're the organizer of an event that is a fundraiser, you cannot start unless that Odogo has turned up.
I agree with Victor, but I still think it is disrespectful.
To who?
To the non-Odogus like us.
Okay.
No, I still think it's disrespectful because my mind, as soon as you just speak, my mind was cast back to an event where one of the prominent persons at this event, at this function, right? He came early. He came with his entourage. He came early. Security detail and everything. He came early. And he didn't go onto office to the high table because obviously he doesn't know what plans that he had. But he came and he sat down between the first 2 or 3 rows. We were one of the first people who were at that event. And we all sat down. And everyone goes, not be that man, not be in pictures. Like, quick come. He sat down
People
there.
are shocked he came.
Yeah, we were shocked that he came. But he did something that was even more impressive. So by the time the event officially kicked off, almost an hour later than scheduled, and he was called to the high table. He came up to the high table. He thanked everybody for coming, that they invited him. He graced the occasion. And he says, but I'm leaving now because you told me 1 hour ago that I should be here. I have promised another group of persons. I'm going to meet them there. So please, I humbly accept my donation. And he walked away. The biggest person at that event left when everybody was just coming in. And so that event lost some of its sparkle. And I still believe that because that person valued us, the non-Odogus. Yes, he wasn't the richest person, but he was the biggest name because it was a government functionary. But he came early. So why then, all of you, well, not all of you, why then do some of you just think to come in late is fashionable? Wisdom is a room of Dumaya. Wisdom, good morning.
All right, good morning, Mr. G.
Good morning.
Talking of late coming in an event, this one happened to me on Sunday, this past Sunday. I was supposed to attend a golden jubilee on Sunday, and it was supposed to start by 12. Looking at my time, I found out that I was already 2 hours late. When I called, I found out that they've not started, but I had it in mind that going there will not mean anything for me. Because I'm this type of person that I like going to an event early. If I don't go early, it seems as if they've already gone far. That's my own mentality. So when I looked at it, I said I'm no longer going because I am already late. So for those that think African man time is the best, I don't think it's
Nigerian man. We've left Africa.
It's not always good to be late at events. Thank you.
All right, Wisdom, it's not good to be late to events. All right, so 0809-030-6416. 0809-030-6416. All right, Jude, good morning. Chidima says, naturally, I love time. I rather go early than go late. Despite that, I try to keep to the time in anything I do. But my church members... Wow, Chidima, you have to throw the shade. But my church members cannot change in terms of lateness. And the next action is to change church. Oh!
I'm sure you still have Nigerians in the next church.
Right? Chidima,
there'll still be Nigerians in the next church.
That's a new one. Wow, I didn't expect you to want to change church. Nice. Okay. Greetings, Jude. It may even interest you to know that a reputable television station, all right, almost always keeps to the Nigerian time. Yeah. Which one is Nigerian? Whoa. China, you see what?
Let's jump and pass. Jump and pass.
Okay. So Meye Feinberg says they're always minutes late, even during their live packages. I will soon call them out online. Well, good luck to you. So Meye, yes, I won't say we are behind you, but we'll be here for it. Ozioma is in the chair. Ozioma, good morning to you.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Nigeriainfo.
Yes, welcome, please.
How's you all going?
We're very well. I trust you are well.
Yeah, I'm all right.
Good.
Today is my first time to call this line.
Okay.
I've been trying since, so I've not been connecting.
Oh, sorry about that. Network challenges.
Yeah, it's about the news I had in the morning, isn't that not morning time? I've been trying to reach you people to contribute towards the CTC chairman of Eche local government.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
Okay, wait, hold on, Ozioma. We're not there. We've left that conversation, and I'm very grateful that you have called us. But can I ask you to send us a message on WhatsApp? Oh dear, Ozioma. Once again, it's a J people. It has to be a J people. But Ozioma, please, if you are listening, you can send a message to 0809 030 6416 0809 030 6416. Please, Ozioma, would love to get to read your comments on that particular issue or any issue at all that you have been following on the station. All right, thank you very much. Now, some mercies. This one says, Jude, even couples now arrive late to their own wedding. I'm not going to defend any couple, but I think there are a few reasons why this happened.
Tell us.
One, traffic. Usually those weddings, particularly the church weddings, they occur on Saturdays. And particularly in Port Harcourt, I noticed that in the morning, traffic is not too bad. But you see, from that 10 o'clock in the morning, when people are trying to make their way to the various churches and where not for these celebrations, boom, traffic. In fact, from 10 till 4 on Saturdays, Port Harcourt is rife with traffic. And you will see them, about to wed, just from church, heading to the reception. They're everywhere. So maybe it is the traffic. But I will agree with the comment about, the delay. Because even when some of these couples get to the wedding reception, we will not be waiting. We can see them inside the car. We can see them inside the car. But we will wait sometimes as much as 30 minutes. And it really can be frustrating because I don't know how many of you have been to weddings recently. Those days, as soon as you come to the reception, they start to share the food, right? So that when the couples comes, everybody thank you, do your first dance, and then they get out. But these days, they want to make sure you see the first dance, the second dance, the auntie and uncle's dance, and then, as always, the last one when there was an odogu, everybody waited for the odogu to come and spray money. And Mr. China, he delivered.
He delivered, right?
Hey!
So it was worth the wait.
He came with a bag.
Aha!
EFCC, how you doing? Ozioma, good morning.
Hello, Jude. Is he Jude?
Yes, this is Jude. Ozioma, good morning.
From Eche.
Yeah, morning.
Yes. So you want to talk about the CTC chairman, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, and I was saying that we've left that conversation, sir. We're no longer talking about that. But I want you to send me a message on WhatsApp. Can you do that, please?
Okay, I should send you a message on WhatsApp.
Yes, about your view on the CTC chairman. We'll read it, we'll look at it, all right? And we'll probably act on it, all right? So send us a message. Can you do that,
it's
please?
All right, I will do that.
Please.
Is it the WhatsApp, this line, is it the one I will send it on?
No. Can I call the number for you, please?
Because I don't have the WhatsApp line.
Okay, so let me call it for you, please. Can I do that, please?
Okay, can do that.
Please. 0809 09 yes 030
yes 030
yes 6416.
It says 60
6416.
Okay. 64
yes 16.
The line is more than that too. The number is more than
No,
that.
it's not more than that too. 0809.
More than 11.
It's not
0809
0809
0809, yes sir.
030
030, yes.
6416.
6416.
Yes. Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Ozioma. We'd love to read your message, all messages. All right. Thank you very much. Okay. Mr. China. Fortunately, we have a system that doesn't allow us delay adverts. We keep to time, and we have just about 20 seconds. I'm going to ask you one question. If you visit another event or attend another event and they start late, would you stay or would you go?
What I do is I allocate my time. Will I be here for 2 hours? Yes. My time starts counting when I get there.
Okay. End of story. Thank you very much.
You are tuned in to
Nigeriainfo.